Hey guys, it's Vito Vila Energy Healing. Welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of July. These messages may not resonate with every Virgo out there, so please just take what resonates with you and leave out the rest. All right, Virgo, let's see what we have for you this month. Virgo, something about someone definitely hasn't felt right for a while now. But you keep trying to ignore it because you want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, this is someone quiet, a little confusing, maybe a little complicated, notices everything and doesn't like to talk about how they feel. Okay, you hate that this person acts secretive and they're hard to figure out sometimes. Listen, you know you're not wrong about this. Okay, and you're starting to realize that you were right about certain things about them this whole time. Okay, this is something that you really started noticing around June. Okay, now this could be someone with Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio energy, or they could have initials like M, C, R, S, J, D, K, or T. That doesn't have to be. This is someone moody, private, and for some reason, it feels like they're just not being honest with you about something. All right, you've been trying to ignore certain things about them because part of you wanted to believe things would get better. Right? But the more time passes, the more nothing changes. And, you're fed up with people who just can't be real with you. This feels like someone from your past who still hasn't been able to been able to let you go. Right? This is someone that you have history with, somebody that you've known for a while. Maybe you dated them before. Or maybe just somebody that you thought would always stay in your life somehow. Right? They're thinking about old memories, checking your social media, and comparing new people to you. This person might act cold towards you, but they still care. And not for nothing, Virgo, I think they miss how comfortable things used to feel between you. Okay, because it's like they keep thinking about all the good things while trying not to focus on everything that went wrong. Okay, and I think the more distance there is between you, the more this person keeps thinking about you. All right, but the problem is they still act immature whenever things get serious. Okay, they talk a big game, but they don't always follow through. Okay, it's like they have a hard time stepping up emotionally, mentally, maybe even financially. Okay, the way that they should. And after a while, it starts making you feel like you're dealing with somebody who still has a lot of growing up to do. And before you know it, you're really going to start noticing who's more reliable and who still acts childish when things don't go their way. If they would just admit when they're wrong sometimes, you probably wouldn't have this problem. Okay, but instead, they think that they can just avoid it. And then when you try to confront them like an adult, they get all defensive. And the thing is this, both of you are getting tired of all the drama and the tension and the distance. Okay, this feels like a situation where there used to be a lot more conflicts and arguments. Okay, but now it feels like somebody's starting to realize that they don't want to keep fighting anymore. And the reason this is still going on is because nobody ever fully got closure. All right, there's still all these unfinished feelings, but at the same time, you're both exhausted from all the back and forth. And you guys are trying to figure out if it's even worth trying to fix this anymore. And if you think about it, like back in April, you started realizing that you couldn't do this anymore. Okay, it's like you were repeating the same things over and over. You were ignoring all the red flags, okay, for so long. But during that time, the truth or the realization about something just came out and you realized that they were wrong for hurting you. Okay, and that completely changed the way you look at this person and you just stop making excuses for them. Right? And that's why you're so much more guarded now. Right? You're finally setting boundaries. You're telling it like it is and you're not letting anyone manipulate you anymore. Okay, and they're noticing this change in you. In fact, they're almost intimidated by how strong and clear-headed you've become. Right? This is somebody who who got used to you being softer or more available to them. And now they don't even know how to approach you anymore. So the only thing they do know how to do is act detached, like as if they don't care. Okay? But that's only because they're trying not to look weak. Meanwhile, you're over here trying to figure out why the hell they can't just say what they actually feel. And then by July 14th to about the 24th, they start becoming defensive again and their walls go back up. Okay, so talking to them feels completely impossible. And this is all because they're scared of getting hurt, which is why they go back and forth between wanting to be close to you and wanting to get away from you. And now they're freaking out because they don't even know what to do next. Right? Meanwhile, you're just trying to handle things calmly because you don't want to deal with the drama anymore. Okay, you just want a little bit of peace in your life instead of dealing with people who constantly stress you out. Okay, and you're finally reaching a point where you're realizing you can't fix everybody's problems. Okay, and that's changed the way you see people and relationships in general. Meanwhile, this person's upset that they don't understand where things went wrong. Okay, they're just trying to distract themselves, by going out and socializing. This feels like somebody with strong Cancer, Pisces, or Libra energy. Okay, they could have initials like A, C, M, L, J, or R. Okay, you have no idea how many regrets this person has and how lonely they feel. Okay, they act fine around other people, but the truth is they're having a really hard time with this. But at the same time, you don't want to open up to them just to start the bullshit all over again. Okay, it's not that you don't care, because you do. Okay, you're just tired of them expecting you to magically understand what's going on with them. Right? The last thing you want to do is repeat the same old cycle with someone who still hasn't changed. And, not for nothing, but who knows if they ever will. And by the end of the month, like the last week of July, you're going to realize that this person can't give you what you need right now. And they need to move on with their life. Okay? The constant stress, confusion, and disappointment you get from them is not something you want to keep doing anymore. And this is going to become a reality check for them. Okay, and you'll see, once you stop worrying about everybody else, you're going to feel like you can breathe again. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. If you're enjoying my Zodiac readings, you can follow me or subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you'd like to book a session, just head over to my website, belowenergyhealing.com, or you could just message me directly. All right, thanks for watching, and until next time, sending you love and light.